Welcome to Rootstem Gaming, and in this campaign game between Fran and Mills we've got a special Killteam game going on. We've just got a small Zone Mortalis board and we're going to be having Genestealer cult fighting the Space Marines. The idea is for the Genestealer cult to be able to get through the sewers and underground. We are going to put some scattered terrain on as well and actually get past, if I can, the Marines. So the mission we're playing is Authentication Protocols. Basically, I'm going to be set up in a strip, either down there or down here, and I have to get off of the opposing table edge. We have played this game before, a little bit different though, because we played it on a standard Killteam board, just not on the channel. And there's a couple of command points that we need to know about. Right, let's take you to some kill teams. Right then, sir, we have Mills is back on the channel. He's been quiet.
Yo.
What are you rocking today then, sir? Luna Wolves, because it's campaign.
Yeah, Luna Wolves. I'm rocking an army.
You're rocking a
Killteam.
Killteam. It's very, very primacy Killteam here.
Yeah, because Workshop are scumbags and they've got rid of tactical marines pretty much.
What specialists have you got then, sir?
I have sniper.
Yep.
So re-rolling ones. Comms.
Yep.
+1 to hit. Leader.
So you got a power sword.
He has got a power sword.
Yep.
Which in this, it's in addition.
Yeah.
Thankfully. So he gives me an extra command point. Strategist.
Yep.
So he gives me a extra command point. He's my commander. He's a lieutenant. A cheap lieutenant.
Cheap lieutenant.
And I have one with combat, so +1 attack. All of them are level 1.
All level 1, so no increases in levels.
No.
Just all level 1s, but you're going to be generating quite a few command points there. Have you got any special equipment?
I have 2 specs.
Yep.
One on the comms guy.
Yep.
And one on my leader.
Rightio.
Which that means I ignore the obscured rule for one person within 3 inches of those models.
They can't select themselves, can they, on that one?
No. It's got to be
somebody,
another marine.
Yeah, it has to be another marine. Right, okay. Let's see what Genestealers have got. Okay, the Genestealer cult's a little bit of a mixed bag. In the campaign game, we have restricted patriarchs, because of course the idea is that it's not them that's running through the sewers. So we've actually got a Magos leading. He's a level 2 psyker, so he's going to be able to +1 to casting, and I can't remember what the second one is, but it might be an extra one. We've also got a, which you can't see because of the lovely things, we've got a combat. He's a level 2 combat specialist, which is a Genestealer. We've got an Adherent, which is a Zealot. We've got another Genestealer as a leader. And of course, we've got a Neophyte with a mining laser, and he's going to be my heavy. Backing them up is just 4 Genestealer cult hybrids. They've got Rock Saw, Rock Drill, Rock Cutter, and a Standard. And then, of course, you've got 6 Genestealers. Now, the idea is I'm going to be basically just set up as like a narrow stream going up. I've got to get my commander, my Magos, off the table. And Mills is going to be set up round about there, trying to stop me.
Is it 12 inch?
I think it's something like that. I think it's like 5 inch away from the centre, so it might be a little bit closer in. Now, Mills has selected that side simply because to try and get out, there's only one door. This is going to be brutal carnage coming down into this corridor. And I've effectively just got to filter up. It's going to be quite an interesting game. I think it'll be quite fun to play. Very thematic and narrative. Don't get me wrong, that's what we're looking for. We're not looking for, oh yeah, well that's more tactical advantage. No, it's just to see what would happen. Imagine it to be a film. Right, just to let you guys know, we're using ultra close confine rules.
Thematic, 2,000 points of Ripper Swarms.
Oh.
That'd be expensive to buy, but...
It would be expensive to buy, but that would be, yeah, that'd just be like some form of insect infestation. Oh, Mills is thinking about this now.
No, I'm not. I know how much it cost me for 9 bases. I'm not thinking about 2,000 points at all. Yeah, in fact, it cost me 60 quid, because it's £22 for a pack of 3, for 100 points of them.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, I'm not thinking
because you got the Forge World ones, which are actually very nice models. In the ultra close confines, you can actually open and close doors as long as you end or start your move within an inch. You cannot advance as part of that move. If an enemy is also within an inch of the door, you have to roll off to see whether or not the door, you get to operate the door or the opponent gets to operate the door. The obscured rules for this one is that it's same as Necromunda. So if you can see all the base, they're in the open. If part of the base is obscured, then they are obscured. Hence why Mills has got the Auspex guys. Right, let's get set up. Let's get cracking. So set up, as you probably expected, all my guys are trying to funnel through this door. The deployment has allowed me to get 4 guys up here, which we'll roll for before we decide who gets the first turn. See whether or not they can actually move up on a 5+. Mills has got some guys waiting, and he's also got one guy near a comm station. Now, what we have mentioned with the comm station is because, of course, for a command point, you can open/close doors. So that'll be quite interesting if I'm stuck in that doorway there. Then he's going to try and shut the door on me. I'll make sure I'm not within that tile. Also, for a command point, you can do a point blank overwatch. So effectively, if you're around a corner and you can't see the person charging you, you can still try and overwatch them, which is always a good thing. Right, just rolling then to see whether or not these guys actually move. So starting left to right, we've got the standard guy. No, we've got the rock cutter. Actually, that's the saw, that one. So saw gets it. The drill, he doesn't, and then the cutter's the one at the back. He doesn't, so it's just a rock saw. So there he is, hurtling forward, all on his lonesome. Hive mind driving him on to get slaughtered by primary Space Marines. Right, 2d6 roll off to see who's going to go first. Yeah. He's got a 4. I've got a 4, so it's a re-roll. 4 again. I've got a 5, meaning I have to move first. So we'll bring you into combat. Alright guys, basically, these guys have moved forward, shut the door behind everybody else that's gone through, just to make sure that Mills can't try and shoot me down. But he's got plenty of targets. A target-rich environment. I could only get 2 guys in for a charge due to the way the terrain was set up. I couldn't get anybody else in there. So we've got a little bit of a gap for stuff to fire through. Now, Mills has got first fire orders on these guys. I haven't. So he's basically going to be shooting first. So who are you firing with first, Mills?
I'm going to fire this guy.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use his comms ability.
Yeah.
To ignore obscured on your Psyker.
So he's going to try and shoot the Psyker. Has he got... Yep. He will have line of sight for that.
I will have 3 inches for his aura ability.
I know. He can't shoot down here because he can't fire over the combat, but he has got a line down that side.
Straight to the
Psyker. So he's going to have a go. Which is a very, very short game, to be honest with you. But, apologies. Before that starts, Psychic Phase, Psybolt. It's got a 10. He causes 1 mortal wound on that closest guy, so he's down to 1 wound. Right. So yep, sorry, go ahead.
Shots at him. 2 hits. Toughness 3.
Yeah.
1 wound. -1.
Saved. Right, we're just double checking. Yes, there is some lookout sir rules, which is all right. Right then, sir.
In that case, Genestealer with combat.
So he's targeting Genestealer with combat. It is obscured. Because, of course, I'm obscuring myself.
This is from the comms guy.
Yeah. So 1 hit.
No
wound. And he's still got 2 more guys to fire. We are allowing each other to fire for each other's guys. Thinking.
His tactical of 1 command point +1 to hit. Is that just on him or is that on anybody else?
Just on him, because he's a sniper, so he's allowed to use that sniper level 1 tactic.
Right, so now I'll just fire normally into your Genestealer with combat.
Okay. You roll your 1s for sniper.
2 hits.
2 hits. He's got 2 wounds on the Genestealer. 2 saves, 5+. Saved 1, and the Genestealer is just flesh wounded for now. this is going to get very, very awkward with all the tokens.
That's what I see.
Thankfully his base is quite unique, and therefore I can stick it on there.
We're into your Genestealer combat as well.
Okay, last guy firing.
Nothing.
Whiffs it. Completely. Right, so it's going to be some combats then. Well, actually, it's normal shooting,
which none of my guys can shoot because it blocks line of
heavy
sight to everybody.
Into him.
Yep.
Needing a 4 because he's heavy, so I can move and fire. He hits. Strength is 9. So 2's to wound. He's wounded. It's a -3 and D3 damage, sir. So Marine didn't save. D3 damage. Only 1 wound. Do I command point that? No, not on this early stage of the game. So that guy, is it comms him?
No.
No. Is he normal? I can't tell which one's which.
Comms is him. Sniper's
right,
him.
Okay. I might have to target comms next time. Rightio. And then I've got 1 pistol, which of course can't draw a line of sight down there. So it's going to have to draw a line of sight to there. That's going to fire. Hits. Needs 5s. No, nothing. Right.
Your first combat.
And then it's combat time. Right, so we've got to the combat phase. Both me and Mills are using Decisive Strike, mainly to try and make sure that the other one's not going first.
No.
So
tell him it's right. I've used Decisive Strike to try and hit you before me, and you're doing it to try and...
hit you before you hit me. Yeah. D6 roll.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, dear me. It does mean I've got no command points. Mills has got 1.
I ain't rolled higher than a 4 today.
You cause wounds. He's flesh wounded.
I ain't rolled higher than a 4.
Alright, fine.
And you've rolled about 18 sixes.
Right. So that's true. I have quite a few 6s. So he's going to attack. Decisive Strike. I'm going to go with this guy first. I'm going to attack both. I'm going to attack his leader and his normal guy there. That's wounded. That will be against his leader. I need 3s. God damn you!
Whiffs it.
God damn you!
And because you decided to try and stop me from attacking you, you can't re-roll any. So I'll attack you.
Power sword then going. I'll take the cameras off in a moment. 2 hits. He's got a wound. Can't stop it because it's a power sword. It's -3. Any flesh wounds. Right. Just letting you know. Right, okay. So 2 attacks with the guy with a rock drill. It's cocked. 2 hits. His strength is 8, so he needs 2s. And he's got 2 wounds. Now it's -3 this one, so he does get saves.
Save 1.
Save 1. So it causes 1 damage plus a mortal wound. So no more additionals. So what happens to this Space Marine? He goes out. Now, I can consolidate 3-inch, but if I do, then of course he's going to be able to get beaten up, but he's also going to be able to get shot. So, I think he's going to go there. So then we go on to normal peeps. So we've already gone with the chargings. So he's gone, he's gone, he's gone. Then Mills has got these 2 to select. So which one would you like to go with first, sir?
So I'll go with this one.
That one first, the one that's got a wound on him. So 2 attacks, 12 hits. He's wounded twice. I need 5s to save. Saved 1, so he goes through. And he takes him out of action. And Mills gets a chance to consolidate 3-inch.
No, I'm going to stay where I am.
Mills is going to stay where he is.
Then this guy.
Then that guy.
1 hit.
1 hit.
1 wound.
He does wound. I do save again. So that's the end of turn 1. Right, so we've lost a Marine, the Genestealers have lost a guy, and there's a flesh wound or 2 popping about. But not a lot of damage, but it's kind of carnage in that little corner there. Right then, sir, let's roll to see who goes first in turn 2. I got a 10.
I got 10.
So we re-roll. I got a 5 that time. Oh, Christ. What are the chances? Right, a 9, I've got a 10. So again, I have to go first in turn 2. So a schmoz of combat is happening down in this narrow corridor. I'll be honest, I thought it might be a bit more tactical on this game, but it looks like we're just battering each other with fists. I've just used Firebolt from the Psyker. He's just hit that Primaris Marine that was wounded, and he's now gone out of action. So the Marines are 2 down at the moment. We've got a bit of shooting, because of course was contacted last turn, so he can fire his bolt pistol.
Yep.
I haven't got anybody that can see or shoot.
Misses.
He misses. Mills' dice rolls have been amazing. And then it goes into charges, which me first, I'm going to try and go with my combat specialist. So he will get an extra attack, so he'll get 4s, but he is flesh wounded, so he does need 4s to hit. He's going against his leader. And he only hit once. That's not good. He's not going to be able to... A 4, so it's a standard wound with a -1. And the leader saved. That's not good at all. So the next one for you charging, sir, it'll be your leader.
Your lieutenant.
Your lieutenant. He's going to have at least 4 attacks. Hits on 2s.
I'm just making sure it is.
So 4 attacks coming in against the hybrid. So 3 hits. We've got 1 wound because I'm toughness 3 with the hybrids. I've saved with a 5+. I don't think Mills is enjoying this. The dice rolls been one way so far. Do you have a Genestealer barreling into this guy? We've both charged each other. Maybe I should have gone. I think you might should have gone with him at first actually. So needing 3s, all hits. Needing 4s. He's got a 6, which is a -4, and so 2 normal wounds.
Just roll the dice.
Yep, it will go through. And he's flesh wounded. So we will get to attack back.
I'm going to attack you back.
2 attacks. He doesn't have any minuses for flesh wounds because he ignores the first one being transhuman. 1 wound against the Genestealer. 5 up. Saved again. Oh, man.
You've not failed to save with a Genestealer yet.
I don't think I have. Save. So it goes to, it's the non-charging units. So it'll be him. He's going to go against the normal Primaris Marine. He's got 2 hits, needs 2s to wound. 2 wounds with the rock drill. You've got 6s to save, sir.
Just failed,
yeah. Well,
just failed 1,
2+.
That's all you need, so. It's still caused a wound anyway.
Yep, and it's a, well,
so
flesh wound.
Another, so he goes down to 1 wound, doesn't he?
Hang on. So it's going to be this guy that's going to come back at me. He ignores the flesh wound, so he needs 3s to hit, and he needs 3s to wound. He's wounded. Need a 5 to save. Saved again. And then him against the Genestealer.
Combat.
2 hits. Needing 4s. None. Are you going to use a command point on one of them at all? Or...
No, I'm not using.
Right. A s'mores, still a s'mores. There's not really going to be much in the way of additional charges. Right. Mills is definitely holding me back. He's not killing me, but he's definitely holding me back. I need to get this lad off. This lad, where I can see him. Oh, it's that lad there, yeah. That table edge. And I've only got another 2 turns to do it, and this is end of turn 2. Now, Mills does have a couple of morale to take. He's got a couple of lads with flesh wounds, and he's lost 2 models. So he could be shaken on a 6. Because that would take it to 8, 9, on
which 7. I get to re-roll.
Yeah, which you get to re-roll. So the first lad, just in case, he's good. And then the second lad, he's good. Right, so let's take it into turn 3.
First time I've rolled above a 4 this game.
yeah, it is. Already done the psychic phase and I've whiffed it. The Genestealers are just piling into this. I'm rolling save after save. Mills is not managing to bring me down, but he's been charged, so he can't fire his pistol, but he can. So which one are you going to do with first there, Craig?
We'll do Sergeant.
So leader has to go on the Genestealer. It's hit and it's wounded. I have not saved. If the Genestealer's already flesh wounded, +1 to this roll, he takes the Genestealer out. Next lad, we're just going to go down.
Nope.
So, and then him.
Nope.
No, oh man. But he's managed to break free of any combat. So now we're just basically this guy, because we've not put the counters on, but this guy managed to get a charge off to that sergeant.
Yep.
So he's going to fight. He's got his claws and then he's got his blade. He didn't freeze. And he needs force to wound. He didn't wound any. This might be a turnaround. And then we go into normal combat, which starts with...
Doubt it'll be a turnaround.
So this guy here is going to put 1 attack against a flesh-wounded marine and 1 attack against the sergeant. Sergeant will be Mechanicus dice.
Sergeant?
The captain, not sergeant. Yeah, lieutenant. That's it. So both hit, 2's to wound. So against your normal marine first, he needs a 6 to save. No, so I'll roll against him. He's already flesh wounded, so it's a +1. Takes him out. Against the lieutenant. Now this could hurt him quite badly because it does do multiple wounds. So roll to save. So it doesn't save. So he takes 1 wound for now. He's got 5, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And then on a 2+ he takes a mortal. Sorry, reroll cocked. Takes a mortal. On a 3+ he takes a mortal. Takes a mortal. On a 4+ he takes a mortal. No, failed. So he takes 3 wounds in total, bringing him down to 2 left. And then, Mills gets to pick a guy to fight.
So it's going to be this lad against the Genestealer.
Because the Genestealer's not gone yet. 2 hits. He's got 2 wounds. I fail both, so 1 flesh wound roll. And it flesh wounds him. Alright, so the Genestealer does get the fight back. I'll put the counter down in a moment. He's got 3 attacks, needing 4s to hit. Hits once. Doesn't wound. I'm going to command point. Still doesn't wound. So a bit more of a schmoz down there. 1 marine down and another guy down. This is becoming just nothing but a battering slugfest. So his lieutenant gets to attack. 4 attacks.
I'm going to put 2 against...
Going to put 2 on each.
Neither of them's flesh wounded, are they?
Neither of them's flesh wounded.
So I put the red ones on the drill, the white ones on your pistol with the combat blade. Good. The one that I wanted dead.
Do you want to command point?
No, no point. 1 wound.
1 wound. Needing a 5. Saved. Alright, can't seem to bring them down. Right. Well, this is not doing a lot, but the narrow confines of this battlefield, it basically means that my Magus is not getting off that table. Even if I do kill these Marines, I've still got to try and get through another 2 fresh guys down there. Right then, sir. Let's go into turn 4. Through, we're all in the corridor. Again, it's a big schmoz. Another charge has happened on the leader down here to try and stop him from coming out of the... Because I keep getting first turn as well. If I not keep getting first turn, it might be a bit different.
To be fair though, I can't really do it when you roll more, when you roll 10 or more.
That's true. That is true. So, Mills has first fired them 2 because I'm going to use Cybolt on here and he might actually kill this guy. Which if he does, it opens up a corridor of shooting. Right. Cybolt, it wounds him, so he's taking a mortal wound. He's already on a flesh wound already, isn't he, that one?
Yep.
So he does go out of action. Get off. I want to play with him. I want to play. So that's now going to open up some shooting. Some shooting. So, we're now going to shooting, which is going to be first fire orders for Mills. Even though my guy's now going to be able to draw a line of sight down there, he's not going to be able to fire until they do. So, sir, you get to fire with someone. So, I'm guessing you're going to try and hit the Magus again.
No, because you get to 2+ it to somebody else.
I do, but it's for command point. Right, sir, so I'm guessing his comms going to boost the sniper, or is he going to boost himself?
Can't boost himself.
So is he going to boost the sniper?
He can't boost himself for the for obscured anyway.
No, he can't. They can for his comms though. I do like that figure for comms because he's actually got my specs in his hand as well. So just to let peeps know, Mills has used the command point. He's activated the aura of the lieutenant. So now pretty much everyone is within 6 inches, even though you've got to measure round the corners. It's not a direct line. to be able to reroll the ones to wounds. Who are you going to shoot with first, then, sir?
I'm going to shoot with the sniper.
Yep.
So I'm going to use the comms auspex to ignore obscured.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use his ability of
His
+1.
command point.
His command point to +1
to hit.
To
so
hit.
He's
so
hitting on 2s. Who are you firing at?
You're heavy.
My heavy.
So he's hitting on 2s.
Oh yes, good choice there, sir.
His abilities reroll 1s.
Yep.
And then I'm rerolling 1s to wound with Lieutenant.
So
2 hits.
2 hits. I'm going to be quiet.
I'm going to shoot into the same.
I'm going to shoot the heavy, so he's obscured. It's going to be -1s. Did get a hit. Reroll 1s to wound. Yep, so it's freeze to wound, rerolling 1s. He's wounded. -1.
6 up save.
Nope, didn't save. Roll to see if I'm hurt. Cocked. Can't balance the dice on top of it. So yep, roll that again. It does take him out. Right, so we did a bit off the camera. I've done my pistol into Mills' Lieutenant, nothing. Lieutenant shot him. He's used the command point and he's wounded him. I need to save on a 5 or 6. I got a 4 on top of my own dice. It failed. What happens to him? He's out of action. Oh, it's starting to change now.
I won't go that far.
I don't know, you've opened up some avenues, but it just depends who gets first turn, doesn't it, next? Because if you get first turn, you can shut me down.
It's not really going to be who gets first turn, is it? It's going to go, you roll a 10 and I roll a 4 on 2d6.
Yeah. That's pretty much true. Right, so combat, because that's it for shooting. So combat, it's going to be this Genestealer first. 3 attacks, only hits once. Doesn't wound. Use a command point to wound. Wounds with a -1. And it does wound, but that sergeant has not taken a wound yet, so he's just down to 1 wound remaining. Now it goes to normal ongoing combats. One of mine first. So this guy that's in combat with the lieutenant only hits once with his rending claws. He doesn't wound with his rending claws. So basically, Mills gets to attack back with everyone in combat. Lieutenant first, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Yep.
I forgot about him, to be honest.
Lieutenant wounded twice. Reroll 1s because his ability. So he's wounded 3 times. I've saved twice but failed the 1. So he takes him out as well. Jesus. And he gets a 3-inch consolidation.
What this means is I'm going to open all this up.
And then I'll get first turn.
You're going to get first turn and charge me and do it again. So I'm going to move my 3-inch into you.
Yep, into the Psyker. Oh dear. Which has pretty much shut me down. Sergeant. Sergeant's got 3 attacks. He's hit all 3. He's forced to wound. He's wounded all 4 times. I've not saved them, so dice roll for the flesh wound. Flesh wound. He's not already got 1 on him, so he just takes a flesh wound this turn. But that means that both Genestealers have got flesh wounds and I've got 5 men down. So when it comes to morale, it's not going to be great. So the closest Genestealer, so the Genestealer that's in combat, he's failed. He's stunned. And the Genestealer that's not in combat has also failed. one turn.
That's because you've been rolling high all day.
It is.
Carrying on.
It is. So both Genestealers that are at the front can't do anything, which basically means I'm blocked back here. Does the game... Actually, Vimegos will get a chance to fight.
Yeah. You want to check your roll.
Right, so Vimegos does get a chance to fight. Needs 3s to hit. I've already used my reroll this phase. Hits twice. His strength is 5, so he needs 3s to wound. He's got 2. And it's a -1.
Shocker.
Both go through, so he's reduced to 0 wounds. Let's see what happens to him. He's only flesh wounded. So he's reduced to 0 and flesh wounded.
Now I'll have to take a test on him.
You will have to take a test on him, yep. Unless, of course, he's immune to it. I'm not quite sure.
No, I
but
just re-roll.
let's see if the game continues. It does. So we do go into turn 5. He's fine. Mills's command points jump up by another 3. Mine jump up by 2. Let's go into turn 5. Oh, let's see who gets first turn, actually. Or a 4.
You still beat me.
So, I couldn't really do anything in my turn because I got 2 stunned Genestealers right up at the front. And then I've just psychic powered and shot my pistol into the bloke, and he's got an extra flesh wound, and that's it. So he can fire back.
Yeah.
But now he will suffer a -1 to hit because he's got 2 flesh wounds on him.
Yeah. So first one is this guy into your Genestealer.
Because I can't shoot at all. Mills is not going on first fire because there's no real point. It's a hit.
Well, I've got all my shooting, and you've got no shooting, have you?
Shooting there.
So hits, does nothing.
Wound. Moving along. Do you want to do the other pistol from?
I'll do his pistol, yeah.
So he needs a 4 to hit.
Nope.
No. And then you've got these 3.
This guy,
yep.
He's going to rapid fire into this Genestealer.
The obscured one?
Yep.
Okay, so it'll be a -1. 2 hits. He's tagged in. Wounded once. Failed the save now. Dice has changed. He's not flesh wounded already, so that's another Genestealer with a flesh wound. Next one. You've got your comms and your sniper left, and you've not used your comms ability just yet.
What's the Zealot's special ability?
He gets +1 attack and +1 strength from return ready charges.
So it does nothing for morale?
No. I don't think.
Sniper.
Yep.
He's going to use a command point. It's +1 to his ballistic skill. And he's going to take a shot at your Adherent.
Okay.
So 3s.
Yep.
2 hits. Toughness 5.
I don't know. Roll and then we'll have a look.
I got a 6
and a 3.
It's going to be at least a 4 in it. So it's
right, so he's shot the Adherent, and the Adherent's wounded.
The comms guy is going to shoot this Genestealer.
Shoot that Genestealer there. Is he going to use +1 to himself?
He's going to use his ability to ignore obscured.
He can't use it on himself, remember?
Oh, yeah. Should have used that on him, shouldn't I?
Yeah. But you can use your own comms to +1 to yourself.
Yeah, I'll use
so
comms
still be
to
freeze
+1.
to hit. 1 hit.
Reroll ones to wound for.
Ability's active.
1 wound.
1 wound. 5+ on the Stealer. No! It's another flesh wound. These Steelers are just going to be like pinned all over.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning on now. I'm not planning on killing you, I'm just planning on locking you in.
Now, well, actually, I do think it's going to come down to whether or not this... I personally don't think I'm going to win. Because I can't get off.
That's by pure luck, though.
Yeah. If I look at it now, even if I bray him and don't consolidate and get the first turn, the only thing my guy's going to be able to do is to charge them 2. And even if by pure luck he kills them 2, he can only consolidate 3 inch up. Now, these tiles are approximately 2 inch each. There's no way he can actually get off the table. So I'll be completely honest, Mills, I think you've won.
Well, finished turn.
Yep. Right, so we've got no charges. So it's going into me first for the combat, so it'll be Magus.
Yep.
Magus has got 3 attacks, needing freeze. Hits twice. He needs freeze to wound. Wounds once. It's a -1. Saves it. So Mills gets to pick one.
I've rolled a 6.
He did roll a 6.
Take that, you internet scumbags. Slaughtering chickens just so I have bad dice.
I like the fact that in your head you've got some people sacrificing fowl just to be able to cause your dice to be terrible.
I'm surprised people aren't sacrificed a lot worse just to cause me some mischief.
But you're still going to win, Mills. That's the thing. You're still going to win.
So it's on my lieutenant.
Yep. He needs freeze to hit now because of the 2 flesh wounds.
Yes.
So he does wound 3 times though. And I think my Magos has only saved 1, and I think he's got 4 wounds, so he'll be down to 2 wounds left. He's got 2 wounds left.
And then the Sergeant,
Power Sword.
So if you can
3 hits.
Fluff it like last time. Well, he didn't fluff it. Reroll a 1.
Do you want to use a command point to reroll any of us?
No.
No. Don't think there's much point, is there? You've kind of won.
Well, no, it's just in case the game does actually continue.
Does it continue? It would continue for another turn, but there is no point. I might be able to Psychic Blast him dead, but I've still, turn 6 is the last turn of the game, I've still got to get all the way over there. I have, even though I've been rolling quite well.
You've rolled really well.
Yeah,
I've rolled absolutely bad, which is why I'm saying it's a complete fluke that I've managed to just... It's just my stubbornness.
You've held me, Bo. You've held me.
But it's not been through dice rolls or skill. It's been my sheer stubbornness not to die.
Yeah. Sheer will has stopped you from losing the game. Yeah. A lot of I mean, in the end now, a lot of the Genestealers ended up with flesh wounds. And to be honest with you, with a minus of 5 on their morale, it's, well, a +5 to the dice roll, then a lot of those Genestealers will not be doing anything next turn. So you've managed, even though you've lost 4 Primaris Marines, and I've lost 5 guys, which is not, points-wise, is not the same, and you've nearly lost your Lieutenant. Thankfully, he only suffered 2 flesh wounds. Could have been worse. But, yeah, interesting concept, interesting idea on a game. I don't know if I'm going to be doing Killteam in Zone Mortalis again.
I think it's alright.
Yeah.
But I think, personally, if you play Mortalis, it needs to be 100 points rather than 200 points. I think there's just too many bodies.
There was, down that corridor, there was too many bodies running forward.
Well, even if it one corridor, you think, how many did you have? 16? I had 11. I went sheer numbers, and I went 11.
Yeah.
And I had too many. You had like 6 more than me.
Yeah.
You were nearly on limit. And it made it worse for the corridor. But you think, if you're playing this in Mortalis, 16 models is a lot.
It is a lot of models. It's a very lot of models. And
but realistically though, if you were playing a normal game, you wouldn't restrict yourself and take a mage.
No, I would have taken the Patriarch. And let's be fair, Patriarch would have run down that corridor, took a couple of shots, and then just gone, "You're all dead, Dave," and he would have murdered quite a few.
To be fair though, if you were taking a Patriarch, I'd have had a rocket launcher here.
Yeah. It wouldn't have. You would have been taking some of those tactical Marines with rocket launchers. Oh, you can only have one, can't you? Yeah. Maybe a scout as well, with some form of heavy weapon.
No, I'd have just had rocket launcher and a comms guy near him.
Yeah.
And his special ability, I'd have gave him sniper to gain +2, ignore obscure.
Yeah, making sure that you could hit the pitch because he's running down. I did actually upgrade a couple of these to carapace, and I completely forgot as well. So, my Genestealers. I forgot which one.
I didn't think it mattered on 5s and 6s to save, did it?
If 5 up invulnerable or 4+ armour. Wait, but I completely forgot which ones it was. I think it was actually my specialist, but they died anyway. So it's not so bad.
Only one specialist died.
Yeah, I think he might have been leader as well, and he didn't really. Leader one didn't get stuck in. Sat at back like any good leader, and didn't really do anything.
Mine got stuck in.
Yours got stuck in straight all the game.
And it was like,
trying to slaughter.
Power sword. It was like, 6s. 4s to wound. Oh, you've saved everyone. It's like, bing, off a fucking Pepsi can on side of wall.
He kept doing an overhead swing into the door frame. There's lots of notches. Thanks very much for watching, guys. It's been a short, sweet one. It's been a lot of dice rolls and a lot of staying still, but at least I got one recorded this week. Right. There will better games are coming. Better games are coming. Thanks very much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.